Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Today, guys, is a little bit of a mixer of different topics that you'll find useful in some way or the other. And hopefully it's gonna change your eating habits for the better. Something that, I read, thought about it, learned about it, or just thought it might be something useful to you. So let's start with shopping, grocery shopping. I'm about to do my grocery shopping as I finished recording this podcast. And a lot of people ask me, how do I easily and simply eat for a balanced diet that doesn't lack essential nutrients, vitamins and minerals and proteins and fatty acids and all the fibers. And it's not that complicated, guys, but you need to make sure that you do it consistently and it's a habit. So first of all, when you shop for food, make sure that you get the best quality you can afford, real, fresh foods of the best quality. And don't forget to include variety in each and every food group that you shop for. So whenever I shop for anything, I always go for different foods in different food groups. So for example, if I'm buying vegetables, I'm picking up a few options. I might pick up broccoli, green beans, spinach, kale, Brussels sprouts, bok choy, or something that I don't even know the name of. I just pick it up and figure out how to cook it at home. And whenever I see something new or I haven't bought something in a while, I'm looking at it and I'm buying it, because if I haven't bought it in a while, probably I haven't gotten those nutrients in a while. And so it's a good idea to always add more, because again, with variety of foods, different foods in the same category, comes variety of different nutrients. Even the same looking vegetables, like maybe kale and, what else? Swiss chard. They kind of look the same. They have completely different nutritional profiles. Swiss chard, for example, is super high in magnesium and potassium, whereas kale, not really. So pick up different foods in food groups to increase variety. Pick up different vegetables and pick up something that you've never tried or you haven't eaten in a while. And the same goes for, meat or fish or poultry. If you want to have some bird, don't just buy chicken, or at least not just chicken breast or your favorite part of chicken. Buy different parts of the same animal. Buy duck, buy quail, whatever you can find. Buy turkey. If you decide to go for red meat, then buy sometimes beef, sometimes pork, sometimes lamb, some different cuts of the animal, or organ meats. All the variety that you can find where you shop, get all of it. The same goes for fish. Don't just buy salmon. There is a lot of other kinds of fish. Buy mackerel or sardines or tuna, or there's so many fish. Again, I'm not so good with fish names, but I always pick up something that either I haven't tried before or something that I haven't eaten in a while. Besides my favorite these days, mackerel, I'm still trying to add variety, picking up some herring or sardines and anything that I can find. The same again goes for any food group, any foods. And when it comes to real food, guys, unless you have allergies and sensitivities, please do not try to eliminate as many foods and food groups as possible going on some carnivore or keto or vegan diet, because with elimination of many foods or many food groups, you eliminate a whole bunch of nutrients, and those nutrients contribute to your short and long-term health and how you feel, how you perform on a daily basis. So do not try to eliminate foods and food groups. Include more variety. Of course, if you are for some reason sensitive, allergic to that, or just not feeling well eating something, don't eat that. But other than that, include as many real whole foods that you cook with as possible. And speaking about elimination diets and deficiencies, just read an article about vegan diets that what they found in this study, that a lot of people on a vegan diet that does eliminate a lot of animal products that have some nutrients that vegan foods just either don't, or really have small amounts, or hard to digest and absorb, or with any elimination diet, vegan including, you get a lot of possible deficiencies. A lot of vegans are aware of, for example, B12, that they might be deficient, and that's why a lot of people on a vegan or also vegetarian diet sometimes supplement with B12. But a lot of vegan people or people on a vegan diet are not aware that, for example, they also might be deficient in iodine that is in dairy products or fish or shellfish. You can easily, as a vegan, actually eat your iodine if you just consume a couple of grams of kelp or wakame seaweed, but not so many vegans eat seaweed consistently and on purpose for that reason. And what the studies found is that a lot of vegans are deficient in iodine. And again, for me, it's a little bit surprising because in theory, it's really easy to eat your iodine from seaweed, certain kinds of seaweed though, not all seaweeds. And then almost every multivitamin has iodine, and you can use iodized sea salt, and that will all prevent that deficiency. But it seems that for some reason, people on a vegan diet just not getting that iodine. And there are many other nutrients that on a vegan diet you can be deficient chronically, like calcium, for example. Unless you are supplementing, there is a real chance you aren't getting it. And supplement is one of the major body's electrolytes. It is involved in muscle contraction, heart contraction. It is, of course, super important for our bone health, for our teeth. It's also an element that creates more alkaline environment. And so if there is more acidity going on or more inflammation, your body uses calcium to balance it out. And if you are already getting too little or not enough, then for sure you again can be deficient. And there are many nutrients like that. And what I'm trying to say is the more foods you eliminate, foods and food groups, no matter how vegan or low carb they are, or whatever your favorite diet is, when you eliminate foods and food groups, you're gonna have more chances to run into deficiencies that will translate into short and long-term health problems. If, for example, you went vegan a couple of months ago and you're feeling amazing, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna run into deficiencies later, because our bodies store nutrients and recycle them. But at some point, if you're chronically deficient in something, in some essential nutrient, you're gonna run into health problems. It's just our body has the capacity, again, to store, to recycle, and to be more economical with things. But at the end of the day, if you aren't getting what your body needs, you're gonna suffer. That's the main point of this message. The next one, guys, intermittent fasting. Also read an article yesterday, and in this study, they showed that people were told to delay breakfast for 90 minutes and make supper earlier for 90 minutes. And people, group of people who was supposed to do that, they stuck with it for 10 weeks and they lost on average about 1.9% of body fat. So about 2% of body fat. To give you an idea, if you weigh about, 60 kilos, 10% of your body weight is 6 kilos and 2% is about 1 kilo. By doing nothing else, not changing your diet in any other way, meaning not introducing new foods or not eating certain foods, but just changing the timing of your eating, you lose in 10 weeks 1 kilo or a couple of pounds. That's pretty good. And over the course of the year, you can lose up to like 4 or 5 kilos just by changing the way you eat and sticking with it. I find it fascinating. And it just showed that there's so much that we don't know about how our body runs its systems and what we are affected by, like the time of eating. From all the coming research, it seems that timing is really important, not just for our eating, for how our metabolism works, for how much fat we burn and store, but also for our mental health, for our physical health, for how everything works in our bodies and in our minds. It all depends on timing and on circadian rhythms, or basically our synchronization with the sun cycles. And the last, guys, but not least, on snacking that is related to intermittent fasting. Usually when people start fasting more, they start snacking less. And what recent statistics show, people during pandemic over the course of the last few months started to snack more, on average on 50%. So 50% people say that they started to snack more, and snack more either between meals or replacing meals with snacks. For example, a lot of people said that they replace either lunch or dinner with some salty snack. And guys, it's a really dangerous trend. The thing about snacks is, when we snack or replace a whole meal with a snack, that snack is usually nowhere near as nutritious, as nutritionally balanced as our meal. Yes, it gives us calories, it makes us less hungry, but it does not give us a lot of essential fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and all the other substances that are in whole foods, not what usually people choose for snacks, like salty, chips or pretzels, or, similar things. So this is very dangerous. Yeah, you again might not be as hungry, but when you replace a whole food, home cooked or cooked elsewhere meal with just a snack, that's gonna increase your chances to run into different nutrient deficiencies. But not only that, when we don't eat balanced meals, at the end of the day, maybe not the same day, but the next day, we are hungrier for more stuff in general, and we start consuming more calories and less nutrition, and we start being more overweight and less healthy. That's what snacking and more snacking and replacing our meals with snacking translates into: less health, more body fat. And even if you are choosing healthier snacks, they're still not as good as cooked meals. Balanced cooked meals made of vegetables and protein-rich foods and all the other foods, all this variety of whole foods, whole grains or beans and nuts and seeds, but as a part of whole meal. So again, snacking, what usually happens, people start snacking more, start eating less nutritious meals, and people end up having more body fat because of eating more calories and less nutrition and less health, less energy, less vitality. So think about your snacking, guys. Maybe even start a small little tiny snacking journal. It helps a lot of my clients to become more aware of their snacking habits. Like you think, oh, I just have a thing here, a thing there, and it doesn't really affect me. But then you start tracking your meals and your snacking, and you are often surprised about how much more you actually eat during those snacks and how it affects your other eating habits. So maybe journal your snacks for the rest of the week and see how you're doing on that front, right? So today we talked about grocery shopping and how choosing a variety of different foods in each food groups every time you shop helps you to eat a more nutritionally balanced diet in a simple way. We also talked about vegan, vegetarian, and other elimination diets, carnivore or keto or other elimination diets. The more foods we eliminate, the more there is a chance that we run into some nutritional deficiencies that's going to translate into health problems, more body fat by themselves or together, and then also less energy, less vitality, our mood, mental capacity will also suffer. So do not eliminate foods and food groups without a really good reason to do so. And then intermittent fasting, just by changing the timing of your meals, how long you fast in a 24-hour period, might change how much body fat you carry. All the studies show that seems to be the effect for one reason or the other. And then on snacking, stop snacking, start having meals. As simple as that. That's it for today, guys. Short reminders about some of the effective strategies for health and weight loss. For the rest of the week, starting tomorrow, we're gonna be talking about this new book, Immunity Fix. I think that's the name, but it just came out on the 10th of November. And it's all about how to make our immune system to work better. Not just immune system that will protect us from all the viruses going around, but also immune system that when not working properly can turn against us with all kinds of autoimmune conditions, with food sensitivities and allergies, but also a lot of inflammation in different parts of our body. That also can happen when our immune system doesn't work properly. And from all the evidence we have, a lot of people's immune systems do not work the way they should, and that's why all the allergies, all the sensitivities, and people are getting sick more often, and this whole virus thing and pandemic. So for the rest of the week, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about the best strategies and lessons from the book, The Immunity Fix. Check it out on Amazon. It's available there as an ebook, or you can order it as a hardcover. And guys, again, shop for variety. Don't eliminate foods without very important reason. Do some intermittent fasting, snack less, eat more whole food, freshly cooked meals, and you'll be in much better shape when it comes to your health and body composition. Don't forget to share this episode with one other person who you might want to discuss it with to change the way you eat together, because together everything is better. We are more motivated, we do better, we practice better, we get better results. So share this episode, and as usual, guys, till next time, eat better daily.